So the next court up for review in the HAMMERFALL Grifball Court contest is Super M Court, and I think we all know what the M stands for. Just gonna quickly look at these spawns, the usual thing, make sure they're all set properly. I'm sure they are, but just want to make sure the transition ratio is up high. So 96, I recognize that. That's one of mine. So there you go. That's off a prefab. So let's run in and see what we have. Wow, he's really nailed the aesthetic. That's for certain. Hopefully he's nailed the... Why is that not scripted? It should be on hinges and should be just flopping around up there. Anyhow, yeah, let's see. He's got everything else working right. Let's make sure the court is technically sound. Ceiling perfect. Perches. No perches. Ooh, is there perches? I don't know. What do you think? You think there's perches? Yeah, I think there's perches. Okay, this dude has to move out of the out of the court. Sorry, you're out. Go away. Yeah, that's got to be moved back out to outside, sort of like your other one is, almost. Yeah, this guy's got to move out too. There's still a little bit of a perch right here. See, you don't want players standing up there, or maybe you do. I don't know. I don't want players standing up there. So yeah, just grab them and swing them over so they're just not sticking in the court. That's one solution. The other solution is pretty simple. I'm just gonna ungroup everything. It's just annoying for me when I'm looking around to have everything lighting up at the same time. So I just ungrouped everything. You can either move him out of the court. Wasn't that interesting? It kind of looks like you use the live streaming court prefab. Not that it's a big deal. It still works. Yeah, it still works. It's just the safe and kill zones are a bit different. Not a big deal. Anyhow, I'm rambling on. Just if you can't contain him the usual way, then contain him this way. That ball there is okay. That one is not. So the top of the ball is not okay. The bottom of it is okay to stick out the bottom there. So that's good. Pull it so there's no thing there. There's no thing there. And then this should... Okay, it's not a smooth transition into the wall, so we're gonna turn it just another couple of degrees. Because you want this to be embedded in the wall so that's smooth there. So if the ball gets passed or tossed up and goes up into this area, it's not going to bounce backwards. So that's one way of containing. You can either move it out of the court or just move the containment to match the piece. That's also legal to do that. Okay, so your choice, whichever one you want to do. I'd prefer if it was just off the court, but then again, that kind of looks cool up there. And it's not that much of a distraction, It's not that much of an obstacle as far as tossing the ball goes, so that's fine. We've seen worse in these cases, so that's fine just to do it with that one. This dude here, just same deal, but just grab a small block. That's maybe a 16 by something. Just a small block, but not too small. What am I doing? I went the wrong way. Just kind of match the angle. Tilt it up a bit. And I didn't grab one that was big enough. Which size is that for? Okay, yeah, I need one that's at least 16. 8 by 8 by 16, that's the one I need. So kind of the same deal as the other one, but just smaller. Okay, but the top of it has to be... The top of it has to... Wait, you can do it like that too. That works as well. The top of it has to be outside the court. You see how the top, you can't really see, but you see by the way my monitor is going, it's actually outside the court. So you don't want to cover up this perch and then make a new one up top. So in the case of this, you really can't. Oh, there you. Now you can see where the yellow line is on it. So that's actually outside the court. It's blocked any possibility of people standing on top of it, and it doesn't have to cover the bottom half of the ring because you can't stand on the underside of it. So that's perfect way. So that's good containment. Okay, so that and that. Everything else looks good. You've done the big no-no is you've grouped the floor. So never group a Grifball floor because they will shift with multiple repeated saves. You see it's lost a little bit of precision there. It's not too bad. You lucked out. I've seen some that were moved so badly that you couldn't walk on the court during a game. It would catch your feet and you wouldn't be able to move forward. So we like to leave these ungrouped. When you place them, don't group them, just lock them. Now I understand a lot of times people want to make their floors and then they want to move them out of the way and work and then slide them back down and move them out of the way and work and then slide them back into place. But what you want to do is if that's the case, just do the floor last, okay? And just make 9 128, 128, 128s. Line them all up and drop them down into the floor. Make sure they're all set the same height, and then just lock them when they're in place. So you never group a Grifball floor, okay? Everything else is fine. Just don't group the floors. They just lose their precision when you do that. So you're actually okay here. Wall hop. That looks pretty good. Actually, these are standard off the template, and I haven't gotten around to changing the template. But you just have to make one really minor modification to this. Is you just turn your magnet. I hate it when magnets don't work. Turn your magnets off. These overlap slightly. You see how they're overlapped? You just want to bring them out so they're just touching. Okay, and that'll prevent having dead spots on your wall. Okay, it's when forged pieces overlap, where the little bit where they overlap. Sometimes it kills it'll kill your clamber. You won't be able to clamber on it. Most of the time it's okay, but sometimes it will impede the clamber ability. See, there we go. Right there, see? That first one didn't grab. You see? So all we do is move these over. Way over. Oh, I see what you've done. You've moved it over because you don't want it sticking through here. Yeah. Not sure what to say about that. You can do the other trick where you where you just embed your clamber walls. You can just embed them in blocks, like so. So you just embed them in invisible blockers. And with the invisible blockers, it's the same deal as those, except you will be able to stick the corners together with magnets. And just do that. Okay? And that's just a safe way of making it so that your walls that previously couldn't clamber, they will be able to clamber now, because they're totally encased in invisible blockers. They say that's optional. And I only say that because you don't want to move this piece here. They say you don't want it to be going into your moat here, so that's why that's moved over. So I would say just do that. Just let's have a close look at that, just in case your invisible block or your clamber ledge inside an invisible blocker, and that should be fine. Otherwise, everything else is no, it's not ready to go. You have another perch here, which I thought was behind the wall, but it isn't. So, boom, it's now behind the wall. Okay. These should be on the field so people can actually activate them. Just kidding, but that would be cool. Okay. I think that's it. Everything else looks pretty solid. Your piece count is nice and low, under 1,000, which is kind of rare for this contest. Frame rate looks to be quite solid. It looks like you could probably get away with adding light map to some of those people. You see the up there, that piece there. Yeah, see, light bake is off, so we're going to turn it on that one. You don't have to do it on a lot of pieces, just the pieces that are annoying to look at. Now let's see if it does it. Back up. Watch it prove me wrong. There. You see this side here and this side here. Can you see the difference? See, as you're going up court, it's going to kind of catch your eye because that shadow is moving up the wall. So any pieces like that are in like the line of sight of the player, you should turn the light bake on. So turn the light bake on, that, the roof up there. You don't have to do it to everything, but you have plenty of light map budget. You're only at 56%. So what I would do is, yeah, walk around, and when you see things pop in and out of the lighting, like right there, you see that wall right there? There's another instance right there. You can turn the light bake on those, and that will get rid of that effect for you. Okay? So, yeah, terrific job. Get that map fixed up, and make sure you get it repaired as quickly as possible, because the contest is closing tonight, but you still have 1 week to work on everything. So we'll make sure that we get this court up to snuff for the next round. All right, so just edit your map post or post in the contest thread and let us know you've made your changes. And thank you very much.